Previously on REDROCK.
Welcome to REDROCK. You are all currently in the capital region of CYDONIA. A lone soldier with his rifle trained on some stranger
And accompanying me when I figure it out.
is an amorphous spheroid.
My exterior seems to be constructed almost entirely of copper and I guess some steel spider legs that are constantly moving and interlocking with themselves.
Essentially, he's a silicoid. It's nothing fancy, it's clean. You
Through the chest. 8 damage.
slight delay, you just see guy falls to the ground.
Alright then, my name's Tuckery Dust. Where are you headed today?
I was going to the Death Coliseum.
Yeah, alright. I'm Silver, if you please. Well, aren't you an interesting one? There's this kind of mad, slight twitch in this little gnome's eyes. He's looking at the spherical orb over here that's just floating.
This is the Sardonian Constabulate. Please put your weapons on the ground and hold your hands above your head, and we'll all finish with this in time for evening tea.
You notice in your holding cell a person which Hunter will now proceed to describe.
I am small, obviously, a dwarven person, and I like to imagine I'm bouncing a racquetball off the wall.
You do know of a town where skimmer racing is popular, and so there's a lot of mechanics there.
Alrighty, boys, we're headed south.
You don't have
We
bullets.
just got into town, and so far, we have succeeded in pissing off the alchemical shop, starting a gun show, and getting a job.
From the bustling airways of Cydonia to the rugged frontier, REDROCK truly is a place like no other. It's a land of bounty hunters and crime lords, magicians and mechanists, alchemy and the arcane, revolvers and steam. The REDROCK Podcast is an actual play of a homebrew setting for Fantasy Flight's Genesys. This is a work of fiction. Names, characters, businesses, places, events, locales, and incidents are either the products of the party's imagination or used in a fictitious manner. Any resemblance to actual persons, living or dead, or actual events is purely coincidental.
Welcome back to another episode of REDROCK, in which Evan says nothing. I am the game master. You might call me Josue. It's Josh. I have with me Evan Bat, ladies and gentlemen, playing the role of
Tiffany.
I'm Hunter. I'm playing Arnold.
Yo, they call me Jaden. I'm gonna be playing your boy Viceroy. Have we said his name on the?
Your boy, Vice Boy.
No, I don't think they have.
I don't think we've actually said his name.
Should I not say that?
No, you have. Because when you go through your dialogue of, hello, I'm Viceroy.
That's right.
The whole
The whole spiel.
The spiel.
I forgot about your spiel.
I have a spiel. I'm going to need to write that spiel down.
There's a noticeable lack of Glocken in your spiel.
My brain was stretching to make a Glockenspiel reference, but I just couldn't do it.
Well,
I wouldn't stoop to that level, Yeshua.
Most of that was scripted for those listening. I know that there's a recap at the beginning, but this is for your sake, my players here around this actual table.
It has been.
Would somebody?
5 months.
We're gonna popcorn read the
script we have in front of us.
The script we have in front of us.
Yeah.
It's actually there.
There we go.
The recap from last session, which was recorded about 6 months ago.
So it's a good thing that we have this
starting
script.
starting with Jaden. I'm popcorn Jaden.
To which part here? I'm looking at. Oh, I've only got page 6. So, so we arrived in the town of Rust.
Oh, you're cutting out so much.
Okay.
Are we recapping just like the last?
No, I think
episode,
I got
We're
my part.
recapping the last episode.
Okay, so then
We don't have to recap the entire
Okay.
campaign.
Well. Okay. Fine.
Jade, go.
I'm just gonna jump up.
Popcorn,
so
your turn.
we arrived in the wonderful small town of Rust, in which a number of quite famished in the wallet department. So the team split up in hopes of making some cash gold torches. Popcorn Evan.
They're actually silver torches.
Yeah, I was gonna say they're silver torches. I have 5 silver torches.
It was 3 words. Cash, comma, gold, comma, torches. Period.
So
it's right in front of you,
have the
Evan.
gold
Cash,
plate.
gold, moolah, cheddar.
Just flip to page 6. It's
Oh,
right there.
oh yeah, it's right there.
Guacamole.
So yeah, and then
Biscotti.
Arnold
Yeah.
pulled some fun scams on children.
Me. But I showed a glimmer of hope by
and you-
refunding half of one child's fee.
That's exactly true.
Because I've got a heart
yeah.
of gold.
So we have the talking gun. I forgot his name somehow.
Hawthorne, thank you.
Yeah, we've got
Also in the script.
Also in the script.
what's his name?
This is all
Tommy's
highlighted for
character.
Tuckery Dust.
Tuckery Dust.
The-
he got a job.
The
'cause he's a
Zeppy.
responsible human.
Yeah, he
Not
got a
human,
normal fucking
halfling.
job.
What's his
Gnome.
race? Halfling? No.
He's a gnome
Gnome
with
Okay.
an extra set of arms that are mechanical. He made them himself.
Yeah.
He's a smart boy.
He's not here today.
He's not here today.
He's doing something, and that makes me sad.
Something
He's
I'm
doing
sure.
real theater.
Yeah.
Oh. Where's he? Never mind.
And he got a job. Viceroy and I pissed off some people, probably.
I know for a fact that I did.
Yeah, you stole
Here,
alchemical
so
ingredients.
page
Oh, yeah,
8 in
you
the
missed
script,
start.
you'll find Viceroy
That was 6.
accosted the local apothecary.
Yeah. That was a really fun scene, actually. Popcorn Hunter.
I mainly remember what Arnold was doing at this time, but
Well, it's valid.
I
do too.
was constantly comparing myself to Evan's character because people were stealing my. There was a heavy gun that I wanted because I'm good at heavy guns, and then he took it because he was equally as good at heavy guns, but he has more guns than me, so I got salty about that. So I began going around boasting about like this gun show competition that we were gonna do, which is an elaborate con to just milk money out of people so we can leave this town as soon as possible.
It's really, I don't feel like it's so much a con as it is.
like an actual event
It's
now.
an actual event.
It's kind of a legitimate event.
Like it's happening.
The
We're showing
con
up.
is
We're
how
doing
we got catering.
it. Yeah, we could manage to convince one person to cater for a really cheap price, and then another person to cater out of spite that the first
yeah,
person was
you did
catering.
manage to cajole Miss Maddock.
Yeah, so they're having their own kind of catering competition to see who's better in the background. Popcorn Josh.
Oh. Well, I don't know if that's allowed. Let me check.
Check the
Just
script.
It's
read the
got to
script.
be in the rule book
Page
somewhere.
2 of the script, it says Josh talks at this time.
Oh, right.
I missed.
Yes, this scripted
missed?
game.
Hold on, let me get the script.
Well, then, we find our humble. I was going to call you adventurers. That's not quite true.
No.
We find our humble con men.
Our humble trash pandas.
Right,
Skullduggers.
right where
Assassin.
Skullduggers. Is that a legitimate
I'm
noun?
googling that.
I know there's skullduggery. Do it. Is skulldugger? Oh well.
Skull
Anyways,
digger.
We find our people of various persuasions right about where we left them. You have just cajoled Mrs. Maddock into making her heard of red fish salad.
She's the one that smells like oregano, right?
She's the one that smelled like oregano.
Okay. The images are coming back into my mind.
Sounds like the slug lady from Monsters Inc.
Yep.
Skulldugger is not a word.
It is now.
Okay.
Thanks, William Shakespeare.
It was skullduttered.
Okay.
Shame.
Is the band Skullduggers or Skullduggerers, or like is it just Skulldugger?
The Skullduggers.
We're gonna need to get our tech guy a talkback mic, aren't we?
Okay. Preparations for the gun show.
Yeah. I believe you guys already set up the actual range itself.
we have some targets out. If
I don't know if
remember
you-
correctly.
Oh no, yeah.
I think you were like planning
Heavy
on
guns, correct? Rifles of sorts.
Yeah.
I think you were planning on having some forms of cedary
That's right. We need some chairs or
Tents.
something.
I think,
Right.
Is it gonna rain?
I don't know.
Oh God, that'd be the worst. That would ruin everything. It doesn't rain.
I would personally much prefer that I do not get rusted, especially not in a town that is named for it.
Hawthorne, you know I take good care of you.
Are we
Right.
all in the same spot? We're all on the airship. How about that?
Sure.
Sounds
You
like a
went back
plan.
to your ship before you had this riveting conversation about rain.
Oh, it's so good.
No, it's just I don't know where we left off.
Man, a lot of ants on the sidewalk today.
Mm-hmm.
So, do we have seats? Are we just gonna like put some blankets on the ground or something?
Do you have blankets?
Do we have blankets?
Do Mr. Tuckery Dust, or do we have blankets?
This is his ship, isn't it?
Well, I don't know, lassie.
Okay.
I think you need to give a higher pitch.
His whole bet is that his voice is inconsistent, so I'm allowed to do whatever I want.
Okay, got it. Touche. I'm sorry, sir.
There's probably a dump in this town, right? It's
Probably.
This is a big like Mechanicus place that
Just
is
find
very
some scrap
heavy
metal.
on tourism. There's probably a very well kept dump.
There's not like an organized like waste disposal
Place.
plant. There is a communal pit in which
Oh, hell yeah.
which is 100 paces away from the river and downstream.
Those are the best kinds of pits.
Yeah.
I only take my pits communal.
I suppose we could scavenge there for some like cloth or something. We just want to make sure it's clean, or some kind of cushions.
Don't mind me. I'm just sitting there for now.
Just this floating ball. That's what you look like, right? You're just a floating
Yes.
ball.
Yeah.
He's
Can't
a
remember.
wheel within a wheel. A copper tumbleweed of tiny mechanical spiders,
That
Oh
all
God!
interweaved.
no, it's terrifying.
Why are we friends with you?
Behold! Oh, dang it.
Oh, you don't. He's got a megaphone.
I have a megaphone. Sorry, let me
He's
try
been
that
planning
again.
this for months.
Strike that from the record. Okay, now get ready. Behold!
Wow, I feel like that was a lot better.
It was worth the wait.
Yeah.
It was worth it.
Okay.
Viceroy, do you think if I were to throw you into that pit, you could come back out with a few chairs put together?
This is what this game's all about.
Yeah, I might ask to be able to speak binary or something.
Yes, no.
I begin. Oh, yeah, I can project. I project a check mark on the wall.
I mean, presumably you've heard somebody say the word yes.
I
the
literally
past.
just did.
No, it makes sense.
Yes, no.
I like to. Yeah, no, I project a check.
Okay.
A green
Sounds
check mark.
great. Yeah. Come on, buddy. And we're gonna go down to the pit.
I'm gonna keep making everything look like tidy and a little less ramshackle.
All right. You two heading down to the pit. It's a bit of a walkout. Just because they want to keep the smell pretty distant.
As you do with pits.
Yeah, you don't want because there's no regulation. It's just if somebody has something they don't want, they just go to the pit and they toss it
To the pit with you.
And so it's not a particularly deep pit either.
We arrive at the pit.
You arrive at the pit. It's full of all assortment of scrap metals, bits and baubles and odds and ends, evens and beginnings.
Okay.
Odds and ends, evens and beginnings.
All right.
I'm gonna start.
Viceroy, do your thing.
I'm gonna start hunting through for some stuff, some bits, some parts, maybe a couple of places to begin. Certainly an ending or two.
You just dissipate into spiders and enter a mountain of trash and come out the other side.
God, I hope not. Have shit inside of it.
He's only quasi-corporeal.
This is true. I'm going to look for. I'm going to start by looking for some pieces with which I can create chairs, bits of metal or wood, tarpaulins, old discarded granny sweaters, etc. Anything that can be strung together to make a tripod stool or a lounge lazy boy. I do not know what I'm using for this.
I would call that perception.
Perception? Perception is something I am well versed in, however.
However, what is your offer?
I would offer that because I am using I am looking specifically for materials with a mechanical benefit. My mechanical eye would allow me to push away any and completely deny the existence of any items that I did not need, and therefore I should be using mechanics instead.
You can definitely use mechanics when you're using your bits and bobs to construct things.
No, this is fine. This is fine.
Your difficulty is going to be easy, upgraded once.
Oh, awesome. Okay, so my cunning is 1, and I have no ranks in perception.
Presumably, Mr. Tiffany over here is probably also looking, or at the very least assisting you.
No, he's sitting back and eating some chips.
Cunning of 2, or what's perception? Fuck. I already cursed. Great. No, I actually don't see it. Okay, I have a cunning of 2.
So it would probably be better for him to look and for you to assist him. So it would be 2 greens and a
I'll
boost
just stay
die.
over your shoulder and give you some nice words of encouragement should you find anything useful.
With difficulty of 1 upgraded once, easy upgraded once. 1
So
red.
that would be 1 red.
Oh, that's a despair.
That's a despair right
Ooh.
2 success, 2 advantage, and despair.
You find you walk up to the pit, you throw this tarp up, and you see what looks like some pristine bits of metal that you think would very readily be made into a chair, and you go to pick them up, and they're real sharp, and you cut your hand.
Ouch.
So you're going to suffer 2 wounds.
Oh, fuck. Sorry.
Got it.
And I'm gonna be extra fun here.
Gonna need a tetanus shot.
Oh.
Oh shit.
You are going to need
You're
a
gonna
tetanus shot.
have a setback with things with that hand.
He's evening out the gun show.
It's your shooting hand.
This is what happens when you do things in this game.
It's my not shooting hand.
Well, I just flipped a destiny point
Fair enough.
to make it your shooting hand. So
There
no.
we go. Also, it's heavy weapons.
It is. Your gun's 2-handed anyways.
I know, but so bad. Oh well. Ow. You're a doctor, right?
We've gotten you into another one, boss.
Can I put my hand in you and pull it out and fix?
Oh, that sounds like a terrible idea.
Full of spiders.
I know it's
I
a
open
terrible
up
idea.
slightly, and I'm going to show off the medicine kit that I have, or it might be a medicine kit. It's called
drawing a
medicine
picture of
stuff.
Arnold,
It
and
gives
I'm
me a
just
boost to checks. And I shall make a very good medicine check on this person right here.
Yeah.
What'll the difficulty be?
Oh, it's gonna be easy.
Okay.
He is, unless you have some wounds from previous episode.
No.
I don't think you guys have been in a fight in a while. So
Not
it's
since
been-
I got that critical. Ooh, did I heal that crit?
That's a good question.
I don't have it written down.
We're just gonna assume yes because it's been 6 months.
Cool.
So I do not heal him.
Oh.
That is going to be
I fill his hand full
1,
of
2, 3,
spiders.
4, 5, 6 advantage.
It doesn't. The setback's gone.
No.
No, I'm not going to use it for that.
With your 6 advantage, I'm going to say you kind of look in the trash. The reason you don't succeed is because you don't have your medical equipment with you.
Oh.
And so you kind of went to look in the trash heap to see if there was any, like, discarded, first aid kits.
Mhm.
And you didn't find any. But you did find a couple more chair-like objects.
Fantastic. That's exactly what we came here for. So I'll just completely forget that Evan has a problem going on right now, and I'm going to bring those up to the top. I would also like to see if there are any discarded, like, oil tanks or containers of sulfuric fumes, some kind of somewhat
make a big boom when
dangerous offal. I'm looking for some materials to...
Yeah, why don't we do some more perception then?
Oh, yeah.
Discarded electronics. I can roll.
Okay.
Oh, what's the difficulty?
Probably the same.
3 success, 1 advantage.
Okay, yeah,
Alright.
you do find a discarded oil tank that is currently empty of oil, hence it being discarded.
And empty.
Makes sense.
And an oil tank.
All right, we're halfway there.
No one do it.
How many?
God.
I think we're gonna have to be staying at this for a long time to get what we need. So I guess we keep looking on for a time.
Real riveting.
While he digs through the muck, I'm gonna start putting chairs together.
All right, Arnold, what are you doing while they're?
I'm starting because we're having some cooking people show up, and I don't know if they're bringing any like equipment with which to cook. I might have asked them to. I can't remember.
From my understanding,
they're
cooking food and bringing
it. Okay,
it's like catering.
Those pans with hot water in the bottom.
Sure. You used to know what that was called because I used to work in banquets. I don't anymore.
Yeah, I worked at Famous Dave's. I catered once.
You did a tour.
Yeah. I guess I'm going to, and I'm just kind of laying out like the floor plan. Like this is what I was doing while they were walking there and got their first thing. Just like laying out like here's where most of the audience will sit. Here catering will be off to this side. This is the range at which we're shooting. Here's where we stand.
Probably angled away from the town itself.
Yes, absolutely. And then I guess I'm just kind of psyching myself up, I suppose.
Okay.
And oh gosh, I don't know. I'm trying to see if there's like anything I could do because I don't want to cheat. I am a con man, but I don't want to cheat because there's no money to gain from it.
For my recollection, so he and I are both in the shooting contest, and then was the girl in it or no?
You heard slight mention. Actually, was that even your character?
I don't think
I don't think it was even your character.
I might have heard.
I believe Arnold heard slight mention of another possibly female sharpshooter. But I don't think Tiffany's heard about this, and I don't think Arnold knows who it is.
All right, sounds good.
So I am going to I'm going to set up 3 spots then. Oh gosh. And then I start like drafting up rules, I guess, as to how a person wins. Like if we all hit the target, like where on the target we have to hit. I'm assuming I have like I'll set it up more like increasingly difficult targets because I'm assuming all we really have is like cans on a stool or something.
I believe you guys actually already set up targets.
Do we?
We did.
That's something I distinctly remember. I'm pretty sure you have like some scrap metal like circle targets that are painted on.
So
at increasing ranges.
Okay, so we'll have. I don't want to do a short and a mid and a long range because I feel like that's too.
I think it was a medium, a long, and an extreme.
Yeah, that'll do. Can I make it so that the bullseye of the targets, like when you hit them, they flip away so you can really tell without having to walk all the way up there.
Yeah.
I do that also. It's gonna be so cool.
How were we were gonna rig it?
It's gonna make it satisfying, like pa-ching.
Yeah, but we were gonna make it to where we cheat.
Both of us?
I don't remember.
I think that was postulated. I don't remember anybody.
Because we could make it so we absolutely miss the target.
Like I think,
but
the idea
the
is
thing flips.
We were gonna shoot blanks, and I think that was an idea. Or we could just do it. Let's just do it. I'm not there. You're talking to yourself right now.
Yeah, or Hawthorne. I'm talking to Hawthorne. What do you think, Hawthorne?
Well, I think shooting blanks is really sort of offensive.
Well, I'm not going to be using you. I'm not going to dirty your reputation.
Well, just one gun to another. Like, if you want a gun's opinion about whether you should actually shoot a target or you should cheat, I would recommend just actually shooting at it. I've seen you shoot. Well, not seen, but I've been around you while you've shot things, and well, I think you're rather good at it. So I don't think there's any need for faffing about with some explosives or some sort of mechanism to
Gonna have the target explode when we shoot it.
Well, I mean, I'm
That'd be
talking
sharp.
a very minuscule explosive that, when triggered, would, blast it in a way similar to a gunshot striking the flappy bit.
Just gotta make sure you hit the flappy bit.
I wish you were here so that way you could have flappy bit in your vocabulary.
Me too.
I'll
Me
make
too.
sure Hawthorne says it.
It'll come up again, I'm sure.
I'm metagaming, but that's gonna happen.
You're the GM, you're allowed to.
Okay, meanwhile, Viceroy,
Meanwhile.
you are
Back at the dump.
you're putting some chairs together.
I think the more efficient method would be to create a set of stands
Yeah.
if we're preparing to have a bunch of people.
That's why stands exist.
The difficulty. Are you just gonna build these stands way over here?
No,
Or are you gonna drag?
the goal is to drag a considerable amount of, or to have my nice henchmen drag a bunch of heavy things.
Could we, get a tarp and throw them in there and have the dirigible carry it over there?
I could pilot, I think. Maybe.
Can you?
Nope.
We have a pilot.
Tuckery would just never let you
Wrong
pilot
character.
his Zeppelin. I guarantee that.
I can't pilot. I can skulldug the dirigible.
That would be for hot wiring it, which will help you get it started.
And then
but
that's about as far as it'll get me.
that's about as far as you're getting. Sure, I will say for the sake of time, Tuckery assists. He's complaining the whole time, though.
He's like, I went out and got a real job.
He's supposed to be helping old Jack Fenton, but Jack let him off because Jack wants to come to this event, and so he's like, I'm not even going to be there. I'm going to be working on my project
Yeah.
in my free time. But he helps you. You guys scavenge some jagged bits of probably skimmers, mostly. And you got a big pile of scrap metal in front of or near your firing range.
And I was like, I said chairs. Were there none?
I use my utility spell to lift one piece, and then I lift another one, and I hold them together in a very vague shape, and I say,
Behold!
and I begin assembling the stands.
Mr. Viceroy, have you found anything
I'll boost you.
explosive in the dump while you were there scavenging? Mr. Arnould here was wondering perhaps if we could form an explosive with which to swing the flappy bits.
Mirror.
No, there's no explosives.
Shame.
But now I can say flappy bit, so it's worth it. I guess, what was his last name? Dust?
Yes.
You're a tinkerer, can you help him, weld or something? Get some...
I can try,
Thanks. Appreciate it.
but I really should be getting over to work on my mecha suit.
Oh God, you're learning Swedish.
I'm just mocking Tommy and his inability to keep an accent. Sorry, Tommy.
We love you, Tommy.
We miss you, bud.
Wish you were
Rest
here.
in peace.
That could be on the grave.
You know what? Actually, I think I have Tuckery's character sheet in front of me right
that would
now.
make
So,
sense.
If you guys weld it and then
I'm actually
what's
quite
your
good at
mechanics and your int? Yeah, it's probably better. in
4
both
and
of
2.
those.
I clean my
Okay.
gun, and I start trying to, I don't know,
I
drum up.
also just
Oh, but he has talents.
We're
I
about
also
to
get
start, aren't we?
bonuses to craft, and I get
Well, he will give
Can we
you an
start it,
extra 2
sunset or
boosts
something?
awesome.
Not in the dark.
because of his inventor talent.
Oh yeah.
Glow in the dark.
What
Bullseye.
is the
That'd be cool.
difficulty?
Dope.
I'm gonna say average,
To blow the lights out.
Yeah.
and since you're not touching them, I'm not gonna upgrade it.
Thanks.
You can
Do it. Roll the dice. Ooh, that was a good roll.
There's a large roll anyway.
That's a great roll.
That's a really good roll.
That's a awesome roll.
I'm very proud of this roll, actually.
You were only rolling one negative.
If you had a bunch of threat, I was gonna make them like real like rickety and sharp. So like,
I would have loved that. However, instead I get
I'm enjoying the show, Timmy.
4 success and 4 advantage.
yeah. Between you and
good at building
Tuckery,
things.
you managed to get like almost pristine looking, like not even rusty bleachers.
There's a lot of tarps to go around. We cover it all. Turns out that there was an interesting paint that was put on them, so it distracts very much from the strange jagged bits at the edge.
Oh yeah, and with all that advantage, I'll say you actually use some cut up the tarp that you used, and they're actually padded, so they're as far as bleachers go, quite comfortable.
As far as bleachers and rust go, where everything's made of metal.
Yeah.
No, these sound actually quite nice.
Hell yeah, I want to sit on those. Have someone else shoot. I want to watch.
I sit on it.
You sit on it. It's rather plush.
You've got tetanus.
Oh yeah, my hand.
Oh damn. That's
Yeah.
not good.
Now that we're back at our med kit, can we try this again?
I can't.
I wasn't talking to you.
I know, but I'm
I was
just
talking to Doctor. That's right over there.
Dr. Robot.
It's an
That's-
average
that's
difficulty, right?
No.
Or an easy?
I was thinking
Josh?
Mr.
It was an easy difficulty,
Yep.
you said?
Still easy difficulty.
All right. That's going to
That's
be...
an advantage.
You're going to heal... I got a success and 2 advantage, which means you're going to heal 3 wounds and 3 strain.
I forgot you were actually a medic.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that's
I'm
why.
I forgot
call
that
him
all of your stats are 1 except for
Except for intelligence. Intellect, technically, actually.
Oh, sorry.
I was correcting myself.
So cut.
Yeah, it
Is the
sews up.
Yeah.
yeah. Sure thing. I guess we shouldn't like have any stands for the culinary. They can deal with themselves. They're bringing food. I don't care. I'm not gonna be eating.
Oh, that,
Actually, I might be eating. That sounds pretty good.
no,
That oregano smelled like spice, which goes good on food usually.
now we're talking about food.
We go and get snacks.
You're going to the rust hole.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
We're gonna go check up on them, make sure they're.
It's kind of getting into the later afternoon. Not quite the
starting time. Whatever that is, I can't remember.
As you're getting, I think it was like 8 o'clock or something.
Okay.
It was like an evening
At
event.
dusk.
As you were
Guns at
approaching
dusk,
the rust hole, you
Dust hole.
you are greeted by the sweet and savory scents of
Oregano.
Miss Linth's cooking.
The smells bring to mind that music.
Yeah, that sounds like that.
It's like in Ratatouille
Looking at
with
your
all the
nose
lights and
hairs.
stuff.
It's like it's synesthesia.
Yeah, there you go.
You see the scents wafting through the air like a cartoon.
The scent of it grabs me by the nose and lifts me up, and I start floating
Yep.
towards.
Just like that.
This is some Phobos magic.
Sure,
Which one?
that's the right one.
Yeah, some Phobos.
I can't make fun of you if you get it wrong either, because I realized I said the wrong one at one point during the first episode.
Some Phobos wild.
What do they have? I know this is riveting role playing, but
So as you get in, there are some printed menus because printing presses exist.
woo! Yay, printing presses.
They
There's
got
a reason why I didn't do it.
they got scranger kebabs.
Ooh.
Stranger kebab.
Scranger.
Okay, this is like
It's a stranger.
this is the meat of a stranger.
It's a small rodent.
Okay.
It's
If I
It's
were
like
to
squirrel
see
on a
that,
stick in Fallout.
would I think, oh, that sounds good, or oh, what?
that's like grilled possum.
All right.
We're in a kind of Louisiana place
If Louisiana was the
Swandler
Nevada desert
pie.
on Mars.
on Mars.
They've got fried redfish.
Some loft dragon
No.
Munchies.
Nobody.
Loft Dragonheart.
Loft Dragon would be a delicacy that would probably be illegal. Like,
some bald eagle stew.
Yeah, that's...
Yeah, actually.
I ordered some fried redfish.
Some fried redfish?
Oh, yeah, I'll get some.
Because that sounds like normal actual food.
Whatever
people
it
fished.
was.
It got a fish
stranger
and fried
kebab?
it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is anything here deep
We'll have that
fried?
right up for you, sugar.
They're friendly.
That's what Athica Linth says. Yeah, she goes back in the she's cooking, and you see like you're glimpsed into the kitchen as she goes back. There's like a couple potted plants, but like they've reached far out of the confines of their pot. And you actually see as she's passing and the door swings closed, there's a big sink right through the door, and there's what looks like some vines holding a pot and scrubbing it.
Heck.
All right.
Are there any other patrons in this establishment?
Well, this time of day there surely are.
Heck yes. Aw, heck.
There's a
I
hand.
laughed through my nose.
There's a handful of them.
Yes.
Notably, Mrs. Stark, the owner of the apothecary that you ran into earlier, Sareth is sipping some coffee, staring wistfully out the door. Who else? Mr. and Mrs. Nesbit.
These
I
are all
don't think
peop-
you've met them, actually.
Are
so
these
I
all
should
people
have
that
said
know
their
that the
name.
gun show is going on?
Presumably so.
Okay, I was gonna hand out some
considering-
pamphlets or something, but
I mean, it probably will be a good
Considering Gladys's wine club.
oh yeah, that's all they talk about.
She was
Gossip of the town.
The wine club.
there's one gentleman sitting at the bar
You know, it's interesting because there's music.
poking at half of some actually a fried redfish, and he's wearing a lot of leather.
Ooh.
More leather than me.
And goggles around his neck.
Now you know he's got a story.
Oh, they all do. These
That's
are all
mostly
fleshed
it.
out NPCs.
Alright.
Oh yeah, no, I've spent
It's
so much time
terrifying.
on fleshing out this town. I've been preparing for this session for 6 months.
Some kind of strange flesh amalgamation. I approached the leather man.
Yeah.
Are you just like gonna
Just a Leatherman.
stand next to him, or like?
I'm gonna sit next to him
Okay, you take a seat.
and be like, "How's it taste? I just ordered some."
Huh? Are you talking to me?
Yeah.
Oh, it's all right. I mean,
Yeah.
I eat the same thing every day, so I guess it's got to be pretty good.
That seems like you could use some different stuff in your life.
Yeah, I mean, you know, he puts his hand behind his head. I'm a skimmer pilot. Pretty good.
Pretty good.
It's not a huge deal.
Easy enough to talk about.
Well, I mean, every skimmer pilot's got stories, you know. I mean, like, there was this one time. Well, I don't even have to really say anything.
Just one time. I was piloting. It's pretty great.
I was piloting my skimmer.
Above average.
Didn't crash it. You know,
Wow.
like
Good job.
That's pretty impressive, actually.
More than a lot of people could say.
I'm
'cause they're
you're
dead.
sitting here too.
Yeah, I'm sitting next to.
Saddled up.
I was deciding if I wanted to put him in the middle or him in the middle.
Oh, okay.
I decided to put the Leatherman
Leatherman.
in the middle.
Okay.
Not the middle.
Not
Sorry.
the middle.
No.
I was gonna say that's pretty intimidating. Like two strangers just sit on either side of you. They're just like, what
Come
is
to the
this?
gun show, kid.
Say,
You want to buy some tickets?
You want to buy some tickets?
You want to see a test of skill? We've got a gun show going on at a time that Evan cannot remember.
Oh yeah, I heard about that from whoever that was. I don't. Yeah,
Class.
sure.
Yeah, small towns are good.
Small town,
I was just double checking, but
not a lot to do. You know, skimmer season hasn't kicked off yet.
This is a podcast, but Tiffany winked.
oh, shit. Oh, Evan winked. I guess Tiffany winked.
Sure, yeah.
Well, I hand him like a card that I've hastily jotted down the location and the time that it's happening at.
He looks at it. He's like, I know where it's at. Like everybody.
Just so you could tell. other people,
I
just
saw
in
you
case.
guys setting up.
Nah, it's good. Trust me, you need it.
Oh, all right. Is it like a? Is this comping my ticket or?
No.
Okay.
It's a signature from the loser.
Oh,
It's
are these the competitors here?
Yeah.
Oh, here. You know what? Just in case, I'll give you one for the winner too. Hand him the card with
Tiffany.
Yeah.
No, it's Tiffany.
I mean, that's a very manly name.
I mean,
It's not supposed to be. It's a girl's name.
Right.
Yeah.
He tucks it away sheepishly. And he places his fork on top of his plate and goes, well, I got... Bye.
I stay at his table as he gets up and leaves.
Well, he was at the bar.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
I'm gonna like take a bite of his food.
you're gonna take a bite of his cold redfish.
Oh, it's cold though.
Mrs. Lynn
Food is here.
sets 2 plates in front of you. Y'all enjoy. Now, careful there, Tiffany. Is this your first time having Scranger?
Probably not.
Well, you sound confident, so I'm just going to leave you to it there,
That
Sweet
sounds
Pea.
dangerous.
Bye. Enjoy.
Tiffany just has this aura that just makes people not want to continue talking anymore.
Yeah.
And this conversation's over. Bye.
I am finished talking with you.
Any ominous warnings about my redfish, or is it fine?
Oh, no, the redfish is the best part about rust
I'm
hunting.
eating the kebab.
There you go. I grab it.
Roll an easy resilience check.
Cool. 2 success, 1 set. Back.
Back.
Even to someone who's had Scranger before, it's very much an acquired taste, and so like, even once you get used to it, there's only so much you can do about the gag reflex.
Yeah.
It just happens.
It just happens sometimes.
So
Scranger.
But you do manage to eat it.
so when she's not there, I'm gonna. I don't know why. I hate it.
It seems like it has like
it's
beer.
like rabbit.
Oh, rabbit's so gross.
It's super gamey.
Rabbit's so rubbery.
Yeah, I'm glad I got fish.
Can I?
No.
It tastes like chicken.
You've made your decision.
Luckily, from your past experiences of eating Scranger, it's usually kind of gross. But this Scranger is pretty well seasoned, so it masks the sort of like.
I like that. No matter how you cook Scranger, it's inherently bad tasting. All you can do is like put sauce on it to make it taste a little better.
That's how some stuff is, man.
You just can't help it.
Have you ever had rabbit?
No, I have
It's not good.
I've had buffalo. It's pretty great.
Buffalo's great. Buffalo's probably the best meat I've ever had.
There's a ding-ling-ling and some
outsider.
As you look across the tables and you don't see anyone actually enter, and then before you even notice, right next to you, Evan, on your left, a gobbling just hops onto a chair.
Think.
He's pretty old looking, has a big white mustache, and sets his pickaxe, leans it up against the
He
bar.
better have a big white mustache.
Hold on, let me read a quote real quick.
His pickaxe looks way too big for him. It looks like a normal person's pickaxe, so it's like at least in like length and height about as big as him.
Proportionally far too big.
Has a big floppy wool hat.
Howdy there.
Attica, I'll take my usual.
You might have a Boonhauer character.
She's already got. She walks out. The plate's already prepared because this is the time at which he comes to eat, and it's Scranger, but you can visibly tell that it's not prepared in all the same way as yours. It's not skewered, and by the scent of it, it doesn't sound like she's done much to mask the normal taste of Scranger.
Does she look kind of like scared?
No, she Africa.
The person delivering the food.
Yeah, no, she just sets down the plate and she's like, "Good seeing you again, Grumblebit. How's prospecting today?" He goes, "Eh."
I was kind of. You said this is the time at which he comes to eat, and it sounded like this mysterious
He's a
stranger
regular.
blows into town like an east wind. And
No,
everyone's
he's-
like, "Oh."
He's just one of those old people that always comes to the restaurant at 5:15 weekdays.
I have those people at famous days.
Yeah, and it's just like their order's ready before they walk through the door because they know they're gonna be there.
Yeah.
They've got exact change because it's the same thing every day.
Yeah.
And that's him.
Okay.
He takes a second, looks up at the ceiling, looks back down at his food, and then just inhales it. and he licks the plate. If you hadn't witnessed him go at this plate like a hurricane, you would have thought that Athika had set down a clean plate in front of him.
I put down the rest of my kebab and push the plate about an inch forward.
He kind of eyes it. What's
I
up
put
with
it
you?
on his plate.
It's sweating.
Much obliged. Much obliged.
Of course.
Looks down.
Gotta
Looks up at the ceiling.
fill you up. I pat his back.
Looks down again. He picks it up and just
I take my hand away from his back.
just this time it's just one gulp because it's in smaller chunks.
Guys, like Scooby Doo.
And then he just licks all his fingers.
Gobbling.
That was a great visual.
This is giving a lot of good grunts to work with.
Are you here?
Oh yeah.
Hell
Oh, I didn't.
No, I've just been real.
floating in the middle of the room like a disco ball.
He's just there.
I've been trying to be inconspicuous.
Grumblebent just sort of looks.
Now we could be like, Viceroy, what do you think? You could be like,
Goddamn Tommy's all the fun.
just write down gobbling grunt.
No, can't do any prospecting. No, these Tommy's around. Take all my gold.
You say people are taking your
What?
gold?
We don't want your gold.
What is-
we want your
Did you
silver.
say you're gonna take my gold?
No, I was asking to you to repeat yourself a little louder so I could hear you.
I didn't realize. Did I say that out loud?
Yeah. And it sounded troublesome. You know, me and my friends here, we can help you if people are troubling you.
I can't talk with the Tommy right there, listening over our shoulders like some kind of god.
Viceroy, get out of
You
here.
know, I'm getting about 50% of what you're saying right now, sir. Your prospect or someone's touching your gold and there's a god in the... Oh, right, Viceroy.
Don't worry, I speak Duffer.
There is no escape.
And I'm gonna float out.
He's our friend, don't worry, he's fine. He listens to us.
I was saying about the Tommies.
Tommies.
The Tommies.
Just so you know, in my notes, I've written down the Tommies, quote, taking all my gold.
So you guys would know this. Tommies is pretty common slang for automatons.
Oh.
That
So, which like, do you know where they come from? Are they organized?
I don't know. They're just watching.
They're watching you. Like they...
They're all around the Red Rock. They got tendrils and eyes. Tendrils and eyes.
Do they, like, follow you? Like, do they mug you and take your gold? Or does your
Well,
gold go
they'd
missing?
like to.
I'm gonna take a bite of his fish while this is happening.
You
All right.
got- You're like, too late.
Do I need to? Okay.
At a moment's notice, they could descend on you like vultures. The government.
This fish is so much better.
Vultures in the government.
Why didn't I order this?
I think they've been training sand sharks to steal things from my shack.
So do you have you any... Like, have you seen them doing this thing? Or...
Well, no, but sometimes things go missing and you can't explain. some of the things I've seen.
Well, I don't know what we could do about that, but for...
He grabs you by the collar. Things that would turn your eyes white. Things that could make your hair stick up on end. Things that...
Hey now, let's... I'm sitting between the two.
My gold.
I push him back a little bit, hand on the shoulder. Let's,
Sorry, I gotta...
take a breath. No, it's alright. It's alright. I get it.
Got a bad case of the hungries.
I push the rest of my fish towards him.
Is the plate from Leatherman still here?
It is.
I push that to him as well.
Thank you. He readily devours
While he's
the rest of the fish.
scarfing, I pull Tiffany aside, and I'm like, people don't get that crazy naturally, but also, like, I don't know if we could do anything, but at the very most, we could say we're staking out and basically get paid to take a nap outside his house.
That sounds like a great idea.
It sounds like the easiest thing we've ever done. And
Where-
then nothing
where-
happens, then sweet, something does happen. Sweet, there's something exciting going on.
Where have you been all my life?
Probably, like in a...
Well, anyways, gentlemen,
Yeah, that is where we met. What?
That's where we met. Our first date.
I didn't realize you were having a conversation.
We could do a... Okay. We could, for a nominal fee, me and my friends, excluding our Tommy, if you so desire.
Yes.
Got it. We could perhaps stake out or be like a bodyguard for a day or two or something. If it makes you feel more comfortable, we could try to stop these things from happening before they even do.
Do you take gold flecks?
Depends on how much, but yeah.
I might have a couple of nuggets.
Okay.
Mostly flecks.
Well, we're
Maybe
having...
a couple of specks here and there.
Specks and flex.
Specks and... there's a hierarchy.
Flex are bigger than specs, though.
Yeah, it's a speck, fleck,
Nugget.
nugget.
Well...
Ever so often a chunk.
Me and my party are having a gun show later, if you've heard about it. I jot down another card, and I hand it to him.
Oh, right. So, now where you been constructing with that Tommy of yours?
Exactly. If you would
Thought
like
you were
to
building a watchtower.
meet with us after
No, I
that
won't get
takes
any
place-
taller. Don't worry.
What?
If you'd like to meet with us after that takes place, then maybe we can work something out.
Maybe.
Got it. Touche. Well, I think
Well,
that's
if you
about...
excuse me, He pats his stomach. I've had a lot to eat, so I'm gonna have to nap this off pretty heavily.
Yeah.
Chase it down with a little bit of,
I'm tracking.
I get it. Picking up what you're putting
Gran-
down.
Grandpappy's cough syrup.
Grandpappy's cough syrup.
Oh, yeah.
A recipe we've all endorsed.
Yes. That's all I'm going to call it now.
Oh, pardon me. He held out a frail and weathered hand.
I apply
with
like
nails.
zero pressure, but I shake it.
Yeah, he. You don't even feel him squeeze. Grumblebint is the name.
Grumblebint?
Grumblebint.
Grumblebit?
Grumblebint.
Grumblebit.
Grumblebutt.
Grumblebint.
Okay, Grumble.
Dumblebutt.
Grumblebint.
Dumbledore? Crumble.
You are.
Tiffany.
Shakes your hand.
Like the queen.
You didn't say your name there, son.
My name's Arnold.
Of course. Anyways.
Well, I look forward to seeing you at the gun show. You come.
He grabs his pickaxe, lugs it over his shoulder.
See you later.
Till we meet again. Tommy's everywhere.
All over.
Viceroy's like outside the door.
As he passes through the door, which
Are you just like...
I'm sitting right outside the door.
I imagine you like have gotten out of the way, and so you're like above the door.
Yeah, no, I've done to make sure that no one takes a hard left and runs into me.
He pauses briefly and looks up, and then just scurries off as fast as his tiny legs can take him.
As he exits, I project out to him.
Yeah. They're taking my voice.
Stealing my voice like some kind of devil.
Making clones.
That man terrifies me.
He's a terrifying man. He's a very
Attica
small, crazy
steps
man.
over and starts collecting plates.
Small and crazy don't go well together.
Oh, don't worry
Oh,
about
we
him,
can-
none. He's harmless.
Ask my ex-girlfriend about that.
As long as you don't try and touch his food.
We gave him some.
It means that, oh, that's a good way to get in good graces with Mr. Grumblebint over there.
Grumble. Is there an N in there?
Oh, there's an N.
There's an N. Grumblebint.
Grumblebint.
Bint.
It's where you don't
thank
think it is, though.
It's not where you think it is.
It's a silent N.
He doesn't know how to spell. All we know is there's an N in there somewhere.
He knows how to spell all of it, but he suggests at an N.
Oh, he knows how to spell it. He just
Doesn't.
We don't really know how.
doesn't.
We can't really hear him very well. He's pretty hard to decipher.
When he signs his checks, he just spells out.
It's pretty. It's scrawled pretty heavily.
Yeah. Well, hopefully we can try to ease his mind a little bit if he's willing to let us help.
Oh, hopefully.
How's everything going, cooking wise?
Oh well, yeah. It's all just being kept warm back in the kitchen there.
So about an hour, I think.
Yeah, we'll be. I'll get some of the. I think. What was his name? I should know his name off the top of my head. Little Lucas McKenzie were going to help me carry over the. They were going to give me a hand carrying over. I give them a lollipop when they help me around every once in a while. I just like to let them, feel like they're doing something.
Yeah.
Little orphans,
If you show up about 15 minutes, half an hour early, I could show you where to.
Oh, all
set
right.
up and
You
stuff.
have like a table or.
Yeah.
Do we have to
Totally.
build a table?
we have tables. That's it. Turn around.
Oh, all right.
Pass, Roy. Back to the slump, Jack.
Construct.
We have 20 minutes to construct a table.
Hurry.
Go.
I also want to see about making a kind of bottleneck perimeter so we can make sure that have Mr. Dust be like a ticket taker, make sure everyone's paying their fee
Okay.
to get inside. We don't have any people climbing up like buildings to watch from a distance or whatever.
A method relative to the age for slapdash performances was to collect money afterwards.
As everyone's leaving.
Yeah. Because then you know that folks showed up.
That could work.
But I can't say anything. I'm just a crazy robot.
You trap them.
You can say things. You just can't say that.
Just can't
verbatim.
say that.
You
Yeah.
could project the word after. What's that, Lassie?
Timmy fell down the well again.
Round them all up and milk them for money afterwards. What a great idea.
Good girl. Good girl.
I pet you and it's just
doing-
spider legs.
Doing loop-de-loops and...
It's like pinching. Everything pinches.
Now I've got tetanus.
I'm telling you, just shove your arm in there.
A lot of that going around.
Oh, yeah.
We've got 20 minutes to build a table and a bottleneck.
All right. Viceroy?
Begin construction.
Table.
I
Tables.
will go to one of the
Surviving.
tables that a couple of patrons are playing cards at, and I land on the table.
Particularly
And he becomes table shaped.
the people who I described earlier
My
as
gun
Mr.
just
and
falls
Mrs.
out.
Nesbitt, whose names you don't know. They're dressed like ranchers, and they're sitting really close to each other, but he doesn't like have his arm around her. They're just like right next to each other. They're playing a game of solitaire together.
I slowly
that.
move over to the table until I'm right above it, and then I slowly lower myself onto it.
Squish flat.
And I start, squishing flat and going around till I can grab her on the lip.
They put their hands up to like, oh,
No. We're building a table. We're not taking a table.
Slowly, so slowly, I pull.
I'm sorry about that, friends.
Then I'm gonna go.
Oh no,
and
you
I'm
can
gonna
put the king
find-
there, hon.
No problem at all.
Nothing. Normal day.
Hell,
Right. Construct a table.
I'm gonna construct a
I haven't
table.
rolled for anything.
If they're not faced by that, then what goes on in this town?
Oh, plenty.
I'm gonna use a destiny point just to speed things up, to say that we have enough spare parts from making the stands.
You do have enough spare parts from making the stands.
You better
What
believe we
a
have enough spare parts from
coincidence that
making
you
the
happen to
stands.
bring that up.
In general, though, they're most of what you built the stands with were like pipes and like long, skinny pieces. But you also have some tarp left over, so you reckon you could make just like a frame, and the tarp could be the tabletop. That's a weird
table. That's kind of what I was thinking.
Like a camp table.
I'm gonna like. I'm not entirely sure. I was thinking I could dig up a bunch of dirt to fill it in with and pack that down. But whatever I can make works.
Certainly. Just do an average mechanics check.
Average mechanics check? Ooh, ow.
I start doing what Garrett does and just like start stretching for like far too long.
He does do that. Not as often anymore, but
1 success and 3 advantage.
Gotta limber up. It's a rule. I saw it in a movie, Zombieland.
What's a movie?
I don't know.
What's a zombie?
What was your roll again?
What's a land?
1 success and 3 advantage.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, you make a table.
You better believe I make a table, and I have enough advantage to say that I can at least make half of a table for our competitor.
For your competitor.
Yeah,
The other
culinary catering.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
The
Yeah,
CCC.
you make one table and then a smaller table.
Oh God.
Yeah.
What have I done?
It looks unfinished, but that's deliberate.
Don't feed him.
So shortly thereafter,
He only grows stronger.
Miss Athica Linth and two orphans follow her.
And the orphans too.
The orphans too follow her just out of town to where you're at, and they start setting up her food. And as they finish, you watch her pull out 2 lollipops, one in each of their hands, and pats them on the butts, and they run off.
Where do they? I want to make sure they're not like on any dangerous equipment or getting into any of our stuff in the dirigible.
Oh no, they're heading back to town.
No,
Okay,
they're
sweet.
jumping into the pit.
They're going back to the pit.
Yay, tennis!
They haven't looked through it yet today, so then.
Come on, kids, let's play Find the Shiny.
Oh God, it's like trash. The book. Anyway,
And then shortly thereafter, you watch Gladys begin like walking up with a single like pan,
confident, isn't she?
or like I guess it's not a pan because it's like it's a like pie pan,
Yeah,
and there's the steeping like pie in it, and
she's either very confident or woefully unprepared.
oftentimes both.
Because the Linth has like 2 or 3, right?
Oh yeah, she's got she's catering a meal.
Okay.
And Gladys is bringing her like her one contribution to a potluck.
Like I know this was like purely so Arnold could get some food there to tempt more people there to get them to spend more money, but I also kind of want to see how this catering war plays out.
No, this subplot is the most important thing in my life right now.
Yeah.
I've been waiting 6
Who comes
months.
on top, Linth or Gladys? I gotta know.
So are you guys
Months.
So difficult to
ticketing
predict.
up front then?
I say there's one entrance, and after they come in, that entrance will be like it's like
Tent drape,
like a tent drape, or like one of those felt ropes that you just clip onto the other pylon.
Okay.
And then there's an exit later that we will take money
Do we have
from.
a bouncer?
Alrighty.
Viceroy,
Oh God.
terrifying bouncer. No one will refuse you.
All right.
I start
hey,
glowing, disturbing colors then.
I need my gun.
I open up and I extrude it. Handle first.
Scott
towards
Pilgrim learned the power of love. Anyway,
I put it together, clean it up, yada yada.
Michael Cera.
great man.
You are the Michael Cera of this podcast.
Am I? That's a compliment. I love him. He in Superbad plays Evan, and I'm Evan.
That's it. I just watched that movie.
There you have it.
There we go. I mean, what more could you want?
I don't.
Kevin Bacon?
I'm 4 layers lost now.
6. But
Oh, right. On page 10 it says.
no. So as you're getting your weapon out, people are starting to meander towards. I'm assuming you've got like candles or some sort of light sources. Like
Yes.
because it is dusk-ish. It's
duskin'.
sundown. It's dusking. It's a little dusky out.
It's a self-plug. Candles with the weird like bracket back thing that I suppose reflects some of the light towards where it's supposed to go.
Yeah,
it's just
yeah.
pieces of scrap metal.
Wait,
It's like-
are we shooting in the dark?
We're shooting in the dusk.
In the
I'm
dust.
going to make some spotlights
we can see
to
the
shine on
targets.
the.
But you won't see the unsuspecting antelope that jumps just in front of the.
It could be like when he
That's another meat that's just not
the
that good.
baseball when they hit the bird.
Yeah, but people are starting to
Yeah.
Filter
meander
in.
filtering in.
Welcome,
Some
one and all. I give some speech or whatever to get people excited and tell them that we have food. Please accept your food now because once the shooting starts, you are not allowed to get up out of your seat because bullets and all.
All right, so I've named a spell.
You've named a spell.
Shoot good. It's just augment.
It's just a normal augment spell.
God, you're already mechanically better than me at shooting. You need another boost.
He still has to roll for it.
He
but
still has to roll, but God,
It's gonna be pretty hard.
space god, Mars god, even
You could swear on the twin goddesses.
by the dual lunar system.
Yeah, that.
Hey, cheers, babe. Let me do this.
Moons.
Tears does
You
not
got me,
reply.
right?
Yeah, that makes sense. I don't talk much.
She doesn't return my calls.
Is she a goddess or a god?
Tirth is a goddess.
All right.
One of the 3
Also,
goddesses.
I was looking through the book and I realized I've been spelling your name wrong this whole time, and I feel fantastic about that.
All right. Among the audience members, among people that you recognize, Mrs. Stark, Gladys, the orphans have returned.
The orphans too.
The orphans too. Miss Linth is there. Sareth is there. Who else do you know? Oh, old Jack Fenton.
Oh,
Hey,
Next week is just going to be a wonderful
this is the
the
first time I've
orphans
actually
too.
seen him.
and
is
their adventures
Grumblebint
with
here?
Celeste.
Grumblebint is there,
Okay.
as well as another gobbling who you can only tell is a gobbling by their stature and their big ears, which are poking through a full aviator mask, complete with breathing apparatus. So their ears are the only thing that is visible on their head. There's like some burn marks. The leather looks like it's seen a lot. This gobbling is sitting with Grumblebint. There's a dragonkin with sandy-colored scales, and the skimmer pilot from earlier. He's there.
Litherman?
There is an airy boy with long, flowing, dirty blonde hair, wearing a poncho and goggles.
For those who don't know, Airy.
Airy are just angels. They are people with wings and too many limbs. As a result.
Too many limbs.
There's a large trell. So like a giant folk, kind of. That's what trell are. I don't know if I've
God,
mentioned
we don't
that
have a
in
big
this
enough chair.
podcast yet. He ends up just like sitting on a stump instead of sitting in the bleachers. But he is wearing like a monk tabard and has like that bald on top haircut.
Is there hair in the front going?
Yeah.
Ew.
So it's just like the halo of baldness.
Tasty.
A red-scaled dragonkin. Who else? Another airy, but this one is a woman dressed in white with short blonde hair.
Wait, they come in woman?
They do come in woman.
Sorry, I've never encountered a female airy in either game.
Well, now you have in this game.
Ta-da!
Oh, and finally, the last person to arrive doesn't take a seat, but just kind of stands, hand on their hip, off to the side, and this man is bald, except for a big red mustache, and he's wearing a large white hat. Like a very ostentatious cowboy hat.
Okay, I thought you were going to say dunce cap for some reason.
He's got, he's got boots and spurs and a big iron on his hip.
Sorry, my first
Big
thought was
Big iron.
Doug Dimmadome.
It is a Doug Dimmadome, owner of the Dimsdale Dimmadome.
Duel. We've actually managed to bring in like some people. Wasn't expecting that.
I thought 3 people were gonna show up.
Yeah, you've got about 19 people.
Shit.
Nice for a small town. It's like half the
Yeah,
town.
that is. You guys rolled really well last session. You got most of the town here.
I
So
quickly.
Jack Fenton.
Yeah, Jack Fenton is there.
Is that
Dust's like boss.
That's Tuckery's boss. Yeah,
Tuckery. That's his name. Thank you.
that's the that's
Call
the
him
guy
Dust.
who wouldn't stop talking about his ex-wife.
okay?
Oh right.
He waves.
the sad guy.
You've met him before.
I quickly ladies and gentlemen, 5 minutes before the shooting begins, make sure to grab your food.
That's when
Shooting.
I guess everybody go.
Before the shooting.
Yikes!
Be sure to look under your seats. There's a target if you'd pin those onto your chest.
Oh god. Okay. Yeah. No. They start. That's Athica and Gladys were waiting over by their tables, and they start motioning people, and people start filtering
lift
in.
off the lids.
Yeah, they lift off the lids.
Guest,
and,
be our guest. Put our service
and
to
they
the test.
sing a song
I brought
that
nothing
changes
but a pie.
meters like 3 times. It's really confusing and very hard to dance to. I believe they were charging, and you guys get like a percentage. I think that was
Yeah, we got like a small percentage.
okay. So
I can't remember if I said half or small percentage because I really didn't care.
Yeah, it's gonna be. You'll get some money though, but people are all
Too much.
That was far too much.
people are all filtering in, except for the people that you saw eating at Lint's earlier at the Rust Hole. They've already eaten, so they don't go and eat any. As people are leaving, you notice that maybe like 2 pieces of Maddox redfish salad pie have been taken, and there is almost nothing to be seen of Athica Linth's platters.
That settles it.
That settles it.
We have to murder Hat.
She's gone. She's out. Gladys.
Rip you.
I'm sorry?
What?
Nothing.
Your pie was delectable.
I didn't make any pie.
Who are
I
you?
had a whole spread. This is Athica Linth's
Athica's
voice.
great. I love her.
Is what Gladys sounds like.
It's been 6 months, my friend.
Did you boys try my redfish salad pie?
Oh, it was a delight.
I know for a fact that you did not come and
I
get a
could
piece.
Well, no.
Try
no,
a spoonful,
I
a little spoonful. I don't want a whole
took a bite
plate.
out of someone's plate as I walked by. Cause I'm in there.
Roll deception.
That sounds about right, actually. Can I help? sounds just like you.
You get a boost for him saying that.
He is an
I can concur that this man is indeed.
3 advantage.
I don't believe you, but I like you more. Here's some pie.
No, because she got advantage too. So.
Oh, nice.
Oh, you have 1 advantage. She doesn't believe you.
Okay.
I don't believe you.
Like I said.
Cool.
I'll try a spoonful. I don't want a plate, but I'll try a spoonful.
She holds it up a slice that she already had plated with her, and it's like shepherd's pie or like a meat pie, I guess rather. But the inside is a salad, like a fish salad. And so
it's weird. Is the answer?
It's on the like scale of like. It's like one of those Twitter videos where like you're watching them cook, and like I guess it's not just Twitter.
What?
And you're like at first you're like okay yeah they're making food, and then they like put foods in places that foods were not meant to go.
That one guy was like, child, that ain't nothing but the devil.
And you're just like why
would you do this?
Why are you taking a rainbow bagel and putting marshmallows and hamburger on this?
I guess you
what
could
is going
do that.
on? I guess that you can eat those foods together.
But in my opinion, that's unconstitutional.
I don't know why you would want to.
No, man, I was watching that. I was like, oh, that looks pretty good. And then the cotton candy sauce, whatever it is, came out. I was like,
thank you.
It doesn't taste bad. It tastes like
it's
somebody
the kind of thing where you're like,
cooked a pie with the cabbage is warm because it was cooked in a pie.
You're like,
there's fish.
well, no, thank you.
It's like I don't know. It doesn't taste bad, but they don't mesh at all. It's not an experience. It's food.
They don't synergize.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for letting me sample. I appreciate you coming to this event.
You don't like it, do you?
I do. You do have to roll a deception.
You can roll a deception.
Hey, we're on.
That was the most basic, least elaborate lie I've ever done. Do you like it? Yes. You're rolling the difficulty, right?
It's contested. It's a competitive check.
That's a triumph. Just one triumph.
That's all that he rolled.
So technically, that means you have 3 failure, a threat, and a triumph.
She appreciates it.
Oh, I see you. I see what you're doing there. You don't like it. You love it.
Exactly. That's what's happening. For
Wow.
sure. In my tongue taste buds, that's what's going on.
Everybody went immediately to Athica's table, probably because she bribed them.
You know what?
You didn't hear that from me,
That's
though.
probably it. You're the underdog in this situation.
They were already full, so nobody bought any slices of my famous redfish salad pie.
If there's one thing we know,
There's a whole pie left over there for you if you want any. Free of charge on the house.
Yeah, you ought to get that pie.
Yeah,
You can
really.
take it
Thank
home.
you.
I don't even need the tin back. You can have the pie tin
Well, that's just
since you like it so
You
much.
know,
Downright
you love
generous.
It. You know, you might as well eat it
Actually,
right
I'd
in front of her
Right
and
now,
just show
right in front
her
of her.
how much you adore
Have you
this
eaten your
pie.
hand?
What was that? Oh, I'm sorry. We're on. We gotta go.
Oh, I'm sorry.
The gun show is about to begin. Who would win out, the assassin or the con man? Will they even make any money? And what of that mysterious sharpshooter from before? Tune in next time